Hi, this is James from studentgrinds.ie. In this lesson, we'll cover quizzes and how to create a quiz, what a quiz looks like, and different forms. Now, quizzes are there's quite a lot in quizzes, so I'm not going to cover everything in quizzes, but I will say that this platform is built on a learning platform called Moodle. So if you go into and search for Moodle quizzes on YouTube, you'll get a ton of lessons and videos that can go into more depth. So let's move on. So let's go to a section that has a quiz. So let's go to announcements to section 3. And we can see here that there are a couple of quizzes. There's a quiz here on English 1. So let's have a quick look of what the student would see. So we'll preview this quiz. Okay, so the first quiz is a kind of mathematical quiz. It says €52 is divided between Fiona and Orla in the ratio of 9 to 4. How much does each receive? The correct answer is actually A here, okay? So the student has a choice. It's a multiple choice question. They can do either A or B. We'll do the correct answer for this question. And now it jumps to the second question on the quiz. So drag the correct word below into the right spaces. So we have a choice here. So John, blank, James are friends. So it's a grammar type question. So the correct answer would be and James and. So the second part of the question is James is a friend of, or Jane is a friend of James, blank, not John. And what was this? And not John or but not John. It's really but not John is the answer. So we just put and not John. So we'll finish this attempt and we'll submit all and finish. So this is what the student would see. So it took he or she 1 minute 15 seconds to do the quiz. She got 90% or 75% correct. Okay, great. The first question was correct, and the second question here was almost correct. Just this was wrong here, and you can see the correct answer was given. So that's kind of what the student's perspective in quizzes would look like. We will now go and create a quiz ourselves to see how that is done. Okay. So again, this will take you back to the section, so we'll turn this off. So to create a quiz, we need to turn editing on. So let's do that. So we turn editing on, and let's now go to our class. We'll create a new class, we'll call this section 4 quiz. QUIZS. Okay, I'll turn that. I want to edit the section. So, a short summary. This section covers how to create a quiz. Okay, so save changes. Okay, so it jumps you back. So we have this. We'll just delete this part here. Yes, you see, I want to delete the label. Okay, now we'll create our quiz by adding an activity or a resource. So let's scroll down to quiz and we'll add a quiz. Now we'll give this the name of, we'll just do English grammar again, okay? Oh, we'll do a let's call it quiz so people know what it is. And we'll say this is an English grammar quiz. We will look at creating one. Okay, let's do a comma here since it's grammar. And we'll change English for the G. Okay. Okay, so that's our section that we've created for the English grammar quiz. And here we go here. Notice that we didn't create any questions just yet. So this is what we're going to do now. So we click into it and it says no questions have been added yet. So let's edit the quiz. Okay, so we'll add our first question here. So add a new question. And we'll make this question a multiple choice question. Okay, so we'll add a multiple choice question. So let's think. Make sure the section, just for completeness, has got the default English grammar quiz. So you have to select that as the English grammar quiz. So what happens is that all the quizzes are actually put into a block, if you can, a category, and if we need to import this category in the future, we can do so and edit it, for example. So it's quite useful to have it in the correct category. So let's say this is an English class and you've given your students a piece of prose to read and you want to test them on it. So the prose is about John going fishing. John goes fishing, okay? And he went fishing in Lough Erne in County Fermanagh. So we just want to ask him a question. Ask a question, where did John go fishing? So we'll make this mark 5, okay? And we'll go to the answers first. So the choice is, let's give a wrong answer first. It's Lough Gill, okay? Did he go fishing in Lough Gill? And John would get no marks. If you see the grades here, he'd get 100% if it was correct, but no marks if he picks Lough Gill. The second choice would give the correct answer, Lough Erne. Okay, and if he picks Lough Erne, then they'll get 100%. So if the student picks Lough Erne, they'll get 100%, and we'll give a third wrong answer. So Lough Swilly. Okay. Okay. So that's our answers. So we'll give none for Lough Swilly again, 100% for Lough Erne. So really, that's how you set. We just blank 3 more choices, and then we'll scroll down. We really want to just save now. Save the changes. Okay, so there's our question. So let's add a second question. And this time, instead of multiple choice, we have choices like true or false and calculate for a maths question and stuff like that. So let's go for missing word. I quite like this missing word, okay? So let's do a punctuation question. Punctuation. Punctuation, I think that's right. Okay. Say we fill in the correct blank spaces. So what we're going to do is do a sentence, okay? Create a sentence, and we'll have blank spaces, and the student is asked to fill in the correct blank spaces. So we give this mark a 5, okay? And this is now here we go. Here we put in our question text, fill in the blank spaces. Okay, so here's where we're going to put our question. So we do a list, say Jane. Now we want next is a comma. Now to create a comma, we need we want the user to put in the comma. So we'll put in a blank space and we'll make the correct answer the second entry. So this will come apparent in a minute. James. And then we go, the first answer is correct. Tommy went fishing. Okay. So what should happen here is Jane, instead of the blank space that has a second correct answer, the second entry, it should be James, Jane, James, and Tommy went fishing. So that's what we kind of want to see. So if you look here, we have the second answer that is correct is, okay, the choice is, it's a comma, which is in the second answer would be correct. So comma, and is the correct answer would be for space 1 is and, okay. And we can actually put in, say, but, okay, so we'll see how that works now. And we just save that, save changes. Okay, so there's our quiz. So we'll see what that looks like now when we'll save this and we'll go back to quizzes. And we have our English grammar quiz. So let's switch off first. Let's switch our editing off so we can see from the student's perspective. Scroll down again. So quizzes, English grammar quiz, and this is what they see. So preview quiz now. So where did John go fishing? And you see the multiple choice. Now the right answer was Lough Erne. We might as well give Lough Erne as the correct answer. The second question here was fill in the correct blank spaces. Jane, we have 3 choices. So Jane, James. The correct answer here is and. Let's put but. Okay, so we have 1 correct answer, 1 wrong answer. Finished attempt. Submit all. Confirm. And this is how we got on. Okay, again, we got 75%. It took 41 seconds for us to do the quiz. Your answer is correct. Your answer is partially correct, and it gives the correct answer here. Okay? Okay, and that's really a kind of perspective of how to create a quiz. Again, like I said before, quizzes are quite a big topic. It was a very simplified version of what quizzes is. But I would just like to say that this is a great way for students to kind of engage into the platform and engage into your course. If you come up with quizzes, there are ways to shorten how to create a quiz. Like you can put a quiz on an XML sheet, and there's quicker ways to doing it than actually manually doing it the way we do it there at the moment. But that's maybe a conversation. Please get in touch and we can talk about ways of how to speed creating a quiz up and what quiz banks are. Okay, send me an email at james@studentgrounds.ie if you have any questions, or you can post a question onto the forum on this here course. Thank you. Talk to you later.